It is blueberry season, and today I'm gonna show you my favorite way to use them. Hey guys, I'm Nikki Sizemore. Welcome to my kitchen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make my blueberry yogurt cake recipe. This is one of my favorite cakes. It's fluffy, it's moist, it's bursting with fresh blueberries, and best of all, it is so easy to make. All you need are 2 bowls and a whisk. This recipe can easily be made gluten-free, which is what we're gonna do today. And it's the type of cake that you can serve for dessert, but it's also totally fitting for brunch or even an afternoon snack. It's not too sweet, rustic, it's my favorite kind of cake. As always, if you make the recipe, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you won't miss out on any of my wholesome, family-friendly, and naturally gluten-free recipes. Let's start with the dry ingredients. I'm using a gluten-free all-purpose flour blend. I'll link to the brand I use below. Really any brand will do, but you wanna make sure it has xanthan gum, or you can use regular all-purpose flour for this cake. So if you've watched my channel, you know I love my kitchen scale. I always measure out my flours because it's so much easier and it's more accurate, but I do include cup measurements if that's what you have. Now I've got almond flour. The almond flour helps keep this cake really moist and tender. The only other dry ingredients we need are baking powder, cinnamon. The cinnamon's secret ingredient. It adds some warmth and sweetness to the cake batter, and then some salt. Just whisk this together. Whenever I'm working with almond flour, I like to get in here with my fingers and just break up any clumps. Sometimes the almond flour can get a little clumpy, so you just want to break it up and make sure that everything is nice and smooth and evenly incorporated. All right, the dry ingredients are ready to go. Set that aside and we'll whisk together the wet ingredients, 3 large eggs. Then we need a cup of Greek yogurt. The Greek yogurt is key. You want that thick yogurt because it's going to help the texture of the cake. And you want to go for full fat here. Sometimes it's labeled 5% fat content. That is going to make the cake really tender. There's no other oil or fat in the cake, so this is really important. Next we have sugar. I'm using an organic cane sugar, but you could use regular granulated sugar if that's what you have. We have some vanilla extract. And then last but not least, some lemon zest, which is gonna brighten everything up and just tie things together. So I'm using my microplane and I like to grate my lemon zest upside down. That way the lemon zest collects right in here and I can see what I'm getting. You don't wanna get too much of that white pith, it's bitter. You're aiming for a teaspoon, which is about 1 lemon. Just wanna whisk this until it's completely smooth. And then we're gonna transfer it into the bowl with the dry ingredients. I love cakes like this that require no special equipment. They come together in minutes. I've even made this on a weekend morning for breakfast before my kids even woke up. What's better than cake for breakfast? And then we'll fold this to combine. Whenever you're working with a cake batter or muffin batters, you don't want to overwork the batter. Now it's time for the blueberries. You're going to add a cup of blueberries. We're going to reserve a ½ cup in here for the toppings. So add about a cup and we'll fold those in. Now for the cake pan, you'll need a 9-inch cake pan. Spray it with cooking spray or rub it with oil, and then put a round of parchment on the bottom. That's gonna make it really easy to remove the cake after it's baked. And now for those reserved blueberries, we're gonna sprinkle them on top. That way they won't sink to the bottom. You'll have plenty of evenly dispersed blueberries in your cake. And one more thing, we're gonna sprinkle coarse turbinado sugar over top. You could use a demerara sugar instead, any kind of coarse sugar, or you can even use regular sugar. The beauty of the coarse sugar, it is gonna provide a little bit of crunch to the top of the cake, which is my favorite part. So we need a tablespoon of that, just evenly all over the top. There's not that much sugar in this cake either, so this does provide an extra bit of sweetness. Cake is ready to go in the oven. Bake the cake in a 350-degree oven for 40 minutes. The cake is ready when it is golden brown on top and a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Now for the best part, let's give it a try. This cake freezes really, really well too. What I like to do is wrap the slices in parchment or wax paper and then freeze them in an airtight container, and that way I can pull out a slice whenever the craving hits. Oh, you can see how fluffy and tender this is. You can serve this cake all on its own, but today we're going big with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Oh, guys, so fluffy. Okay, first of all, that crunchy sugar topping, it's so good. This cake, you would never know this is gluten-free. That yogurt makes it so moist and tender, and paired with that cold ice cream, I think I should probably sign off, but I just want to keep eating. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Nikki Sizemore. This is From Scratch Fast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know if you give this cake a try. I will see you next time.